So we'll start today by finding a comfortable seat on the mat. Be sure to pull the flesh away from those sit bones so that you're starting with a nice stable foundation. Draw the navel in towards the spine. Allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky and bring the shoulder blades together and down the back, placing the hands on the thighs, palms up, and close your eyes. And just start to become aware of your breath. And if it's okay for you, allow that breath to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. Start to bring the breath into balance by making the inhale the same length as the exhale. With each inhale, spine grows tall, and with the exhale, release any tension that you're holding on to. So, I was going to be reading a little reading today from the same book I read from yesterday, Pearls of Wisdom, which is just a collection of small writings from Swami Satchidananda. And this particular reading talked about negativity and positivity. And if you have a lot of negativity in your life, instead of even focusing on trying to get rid of that, instead, focus on the opposite. Focus on being more positive. And when you do that, the negativity will fall away on its own. So it really is a change of the way of thinking. I find that for some reason, I don't know why, I feel like humans bond easily over negativity. It's very easy to start a conversation with someone by complaining about something and joining forces against something that you're complaining about. So I probably am one of the most positive people I know, and let me tell you, a lot of people don't like that. Um, that phrase, don't let anyone dull your sparkle. Sometimes I feel like that was written for me because, like back when I worked in an office 9 to 5, I hate to say it, but a lot of people couldn't stand me because I was just always so happy and always positive, and it's just the way that I am. I can find a silver lining anywhere, and it's maybe not totally normal. Maybe sometimes it's okay to admit that something is not good, but it's just the way that I am. I also find that I'm very affected by hanging out with people who are negative because that energy is contagious. So if you find yourself sort of commiserating with people about negative things, don't worry about it too much, but just start to bring more positivity into your life. So you don't have to cut those people out. You can still be friends with them, but don't shy away from being positive. Some people won't like it, but it will make you healthier and happier. So just think about that for a few moments. Are you the type of person who, do you have that one friend where every time you talk, you just complain or they complain? It's not good for you. It's not good for anybody because the energy is contagious. And if you start to act in a more positive way, that also will be contagious. So it'll be interesting when I find the reading and see how Swami Satchidananda said that. Probably a little better than I did. Let's bring the hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra prayer position. We'll breathe together 3 times, and on the third exhale, we'll share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And for the third time together, inhale. Bow the head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open your eyes looking forward. So we're going to start today with our arms by our sides. As soon as we're done here, I'm ordering a hoodie. I have no sweatshirts. I don't know what happened. As you inhale, arms come up. And then as you exhale, arms come back down. So you're moving with your breath at your own pace, just warming up the shoulders, lengthening the side body as you lift those arms. The next time the arms come up overhead, allow the palms to come together to touch. And then as you exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to turn the head to look to the left. As you inhale, come back to center. And on the exhale, turn that head to look to the right. Inhale, back to center. 2 more on each side. When you're finished, you can place the hands on the knees. We're going to extend the legs out nice and long, coming to Dandasana staff pose. Here, you're going to bend the left knee and then let the sole of that left foot come to the inner thigh of your right thigh. So if you have a strap, grab it now. If you don't have one, again, don't worry about it. You'll just kind of motion along and not use one. So here, you're going to bend the left knee and place the sole of the strap around the sole of that left foot. And then extend that leg nice and, or actually keep the knee bent. I don't know where I am. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, begin to hinge forward, only straightening that leg as much as you can. We don't want to force anything. We're just warming up. This is a pretty deep stretch for a warm-up. So we make it more gentle by bending the knee if needed. Slowly bring yourself back up. You can remove the strap, extend that right leg long, left leg long. I don't know what's going on, guys. My lefts and my rights are confused. I lost my reading. It's okay, right? Bend the left leg. Strap goes around the ball of the foot. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, hinge as you straighten the leg only as much as you can. And slowly bring yourself back up. So keep your left leg where it is, and we're going to add the right leg to the strap. So now the strap is around the ball of both feet, both knees are bent. Inhale, lengthen. Again, exhale, hinge, and just straighten the legs as much as you can. We're not looking to go into our deepest expression of this pose here. Be very mindful of your low back. And slowly bring yourself back up. So we're going to lay down on the back for just a moment. And we're going to do my new favorite thing in the world. I swear this has changed my life. You may have noticed we've been doing this a lot in class. So lay down on your back and hug your right knee in. You can extend the left leg long. So here, you're going to place your hands in between the back of your calf and back of your thigh. As you inhale, you'll begin to straighten the leg only as much as you can as you keep it hugged in. And then as you exhale, bend that knee. Inhale, begin to straighten that right leg just as much as you can. Exhale, bend. 3 more on your own here. When you finish, you're just going to switch legs. So you'll extend the right leg long, hug the left knee in, place the hand between the back of the calf and the back of the thigh. So you're really hugging the thigh into the chest. And as you inhale, straighten the leg as much as you can. You can see I still have a pretty big bend in my knee here. And then exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. 3 more. And then you'll draw that right knee in to meet the left. Begin to rock head to tail. We're just going to come up to seated for a moment and then go right over the knees for all 4s, hands and knees. So when we set up for all 4s, the knees are hip width apart. They're slightly behind the hips. Hands are shoulder width apart and they are slightly forward of your shoulders. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, shift your hips to your heels, your chest to your thighs, coming to extended child's pose. As you inhale, come back up. So a new cue that I learned in one of the trainings I was in, instead of thinking about bringing your sit bones to your heels here, I want you to think about shooting those hip bones straight back towards the wall behind you. And then inhale up. Keep your core engaged, navel to the spine, and send those sit bones towards the wall behind you. It's a subtle difference, but you should be able to get those hips to go back a little farther that way. The next time you come to all 4s, pause there. Step your right foot forward or just pick it up and move it between the hands. On the inhale, the arms sweep up, the hips lower towards the mat. Focus on your breath here. Lower your hands, one on either side of the right foot. You're going to shift the hips back as the right leg straightens. It's okay if the toes come up, and fold forward over that right leg. Shift the body weight forward, bringing the sole of that right foot to the ground. Curl the toes under on the left foot. And then you're going to lift the left knee. So we're up here on our fingertips. You can stay like this or bring the hands to the top of the right knee. Stay here or extend those arms in line with the ears and breathe. Lower your left knee. Uncurl the toes. Bring the hands back down, one on either side of the right foot. Step the right knee back to meet the left. Take a moment to shift back to child's pose. And then as you inhale, come up all fours, hands and knees. This time, we'll step the left foot forward between the hands. As you inhale, arms sweep up, hips lower towards the mat. Lower the hands, one on either side of that left foot. Begin to shift the hips back, the left toes come up as you fold forward over that left leg. Shift the body weight forward. Curl the toes under on the right foot. Extend through that heel, lifting the knee up off of the mat. Come up onto your fingertips, or hands to the top of the left knee, or arms in line with the ears. Lower the right knee to the mat. Uncurl the toes. Lower your hands, one on either side of the left foot, and step that left knee back to meet the right. Take a moment to shift back to child's pose. And then inhale up, all fours. From here, we're going to move into downward facing dog. So from all fours, curl the toes under. Send the sit bones towards that wall behind you. The knees lift just a bit as you press back through those heels, coming to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So here, I want you to bend both knees and keep them bent. Then, shift the hips to the back of the room where the wall meets the ceiling, and notice how you create length in the spine. Then, just lower the heels towards the mat and breathe. Start to bend your knees. Go back down into child's pose. As you inhale, come up all fours. Curl the toes under. Send those sit bones towards the wall behind you. The knees lift just a bit as you press back. Start to walk your feet forward, coming to Uttanasana. Forward fold. Relax the head and neck here. Feel free to keep a bend in the knees. In fact, let's all bend our knees, so much so that our chest rests on the thighs. Then, keeping your chest on the thighs, begin to straighten the legs as much as you can. Place your hands on your hips, press down through the feet to bring yourself up to standing. So I don't know if any of you noticed this, but when we're moving into downward facing dog by sending our sit bones towards the wall behind you, that really helps me to use my quads to move into down dog as opposed to dumping the weight in the knees. So we're standing in Tadasana mountain pose. Take a step back with the right foot. All toes point straight ahead. Navel draws in. As you inhale, arms sweep up. And then as you exhale, begin to hinge forward at those hips, folding over the left leg. Relax the head and neck here. Next, take your hands forward about 1 hand length. Begin to transition the weight into the left foot as the right leg sweeps up towards the sky. Lower that right foot next to the left, coming to your forward fold. Bend the knees, resting the chest on the thighs. And then begin to straighten the legs as much as you can, keeping the chest on the thighs. Place the hands on your hips, press down through the feet, coming back up to Tadasana Mountain Pose. Take a step back with the left foot, toes point straight ahead. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge forward. Relax the head and neck here. So we're going to take the hands forward about 1 hand length. Begin to shift the weight to that right foot as you sweep the left leg up towards the sky. Lower the left foot next to that right foot. Place the hands on the hips, press down through the feet to come up. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from your hips. Relax the head and neck here. You can gently turn the head from side to side. Hands come to your hips, press down through the feet to come up. So we're going to take a nice wide stance on the mat. So we will be standing facing the long edge of the mat. Outer edges of the feet are parallel to the outer edges of your mat. On the inhale, arms sweep up. As you exhale, begin to hinge from those hips, folding forward, coming to Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. You can absolutely have bent knees here. Begin to bend the right knee, shift the body over to the right. Come back to center, and then begin to bend the left knee. Shift that body over to the left. Bring yourself back to center. Place the hands on the hips, press down through the feet to come up. So we're going to come up on the heel of that left foot, toes turn in slightly. Come up on the heel of that right foot, toes turn out 90 degrees. Arms come parallel to the mat and gaze out over the right fingertips. So reach the right fingertips to the space to your right, and as you exhale, begin to tip to the right, coming to Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. So here, if you notice that your chest is turning towards the floor, come up a little bit higher because we want our chest to be open and our shoulders stacked. Press down through the feet. Use this left hand to bring yourself up. As you exhale, lower the arms. Bring your feet to parallel. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from those hips, folding forward. Bring the hands to the hips. Press down through the feet to come up. I'm just a little off kilter here. This time, we're going to come up on the heel of that right foot. Toes turn in slightly. Come up on the heel of the left foot. Toes turn out 90 degrees. Arms come parallel to the mat. Gaze out over those left fingertips. Begin to reach the left fingertips to the space to your left. And as you exhale, begin to tip to the left, Utthita Trikonasana. Now, traditionally, you look up at your hand, but if that bothers you, you can look straight ahead or down at the floor. Whatever is more comfortable. Press down through the feet. Use that right hand to bring yourself back up. Lower the arms. Feet come to parallel. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from those hips, folding forward. Hands come to your hips, press down through the feet to come up, and we're going to bring our feet back to just femur width apart, coming to Tadasana Mountain Pose. Bring your hands together at your heart. Come up onto the balls of the feet. And if you can't stay up on the balls of the feet, just lower the heels. Now, this may not be for everybody. We're going to be lowering down into a little squat. So if your knees don't allow you to do that, just come to sit down and we'll meet up there. So start to bend the knees, and the whole time you're keeping your chest away from the thighs because we have a tendency to want to lean forward. Woo! Keeping those heels up, lowering all the way down. Coming to sit on your heels. So I'll show you from the side. So my heels are up. I'm balancing here, breathing. And then I'm going to lower my heels, lower my bum. So we'll come to laying on our backs, hug the knees into the chest. Place the soles of the feet on the ground. Bring your arms by your sides, palms face the floor. Draw the pelvic floor up and the navel in. Engage both glutes. Lift the hips. And then as you exhale, lower those hips. Inhale, hips lift. Exhale, hips lower. Continue moving with your breath here. Remember to draw the pelvic floor up, navel in, and engage those glutes before you lift. The next time you lower the hips, you can pause there. Bring the arms out like a T, palms face the sky. Draw the knees into the chest. And on an exhale, begin to lower the knees to the right. So we're twisting to the right. So take your right hand and see if you can grasp the pinky toe side of your left foot. And then extend that leg nice and long, perpendicular to the trunk of the body. Bend that left knee, placing it back down, and bring the knees into the chest. On the next exhale, we'll let the legs tip over to the left. So we twist to the left, and then you'll see if you can grab the pinky toe side of your right foot, extend that leg nice and long. I'm way too close to my wall to be able to do that. Slowly draw the knees back to the chest. So if you have your strap, you're going to grab that again. You can place the feet on the ground and then take the strap and place it around the ball of the right foot and then extend the legs nice and long. So you're going to hold the reins of the strap, one in each hand. On the inhale, the right leg lifts, sole of the foot looks towards the sky. You can feel free to use the strap to draw your leg in a little bit closer, just nothing drastic. Slowly lower the right leg. Take both reins of the strap in the right hand. Left arm comes out like a T. Right leg lifts, and on the exhale, allow that right leg to open up out to the right. So you're reaching through the heel. You can hold on to your strap, or you can just open the hand and use the leg muscles. Slowly draw that right leg back up. Exhale, lower. Place both reins of the strap in the left hand. Right arm comes out like a T, palm faces the sky. On the inhale, the right leg lifts. And as you exhale, that right leg crosses over the body as you roll over onto that left hip. Again, I'm way too close to my wall here. Slowly draw that right leg back up. As you exhale, lower it down to the ground. So we'll switch sides. Take the strap and place it around the ball of that left foot. And if anybody needs a strap or yoga blocks, just let me know because I can order them or tell you where to order them. So on the inhale, left leg lifts. This is Supta Padangusthasana 1. Lower that left leg. Place the straps in the left hand. Right arm comes out like a T. As you inhale, the left leg lifts, and then as you exhale, that left leg opens up out to the left. So sometimes students are so flexible that they can rest their foot on the ground. If you can do that, it's better to work on strength at that point and keep the leg parallel and just open your hand and use the leg muscles, because you obviously would have the flexibility. Draw that leg back up. As you exhale, lower. Both reins of the strap go in that right hand. Left arm out like a T. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left leg crosses over the body. So here's another spot. A lot of times students will have their foot on the floor. I want you to pick it up and bring it parallel to the mat or to the floor if you're able to do that. Slowly draw the leg up. You can remove the strap, lower the leg to the ground, and then hug those knees into the chest. Feel free to rock side to side here. press the soles of the feet up towards the sky and just hang out here for a few moments. You can rotate the ankles if you'd like. Let the ankles become still. Start to lower that right leg until it's about 2 inches away from the ground. And then as you lift the right leg, we're going to lower the left leg so they'll pass each other. Again, you'll switch. So this is a little more challenging than just doing alternate leg lifts. So if you need to take a break, you can. This just keeps our core muscles contracted for longer. Press the low back into the floor. And then bring that left leg up to meet the right. Hug those knees into the chest. Right hand comes to the right knee, left hand to the left knee. On the inhale, knees pull away from the chest. And on the exhale, knees draw in. Inhale, knees pull away. Exhale, knees draw in. So from what we were talking about at the beginning of class, choosing more positivity instead of focusing on reducing negativity, your attention will be on positivity instead of negativity. And one of the ways that I find, you guys all know this, I find to help me with that is the gratitude journal. And recently I read part of my gratitude journal during class, and I was so shocked that I hadn't written in so long. But I found the other gratitude journal that was sort of like the space between. So go ahead and place the feet on the floor. We're going to begin to transition into Shavasana, our last pose. So grab anything that you might need. Just lay down comfortably on your back. Allow your feet to just flop open. Arms are by your sides, palms face the sky, and the arms are just a few inches away from the body. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, just let it all go. Relax your jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. And let the eyes just rest in their sockets. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Allow the natural breath to take over. Rest in Shavasana. slowly start to deepen the breath, becoming aware of the room once again and becoming aware of your body. Start to make subtle movements that feel good, like wiggling the fingers and toes, turning that head gently from side to side, stretching through the arms and the legs, and then roll to the right side in the fetal position, and we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping your eyes closed if you'd like, use the arms to bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. And once you're there, you can bring your hands together at your heart in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me this morning. Thank you for taking the time to take care of yourself. And as you go through your week, just begin to notice if you are falling into a negativity trap or if someone you're talking to is falling into it. And I think we don't want to call others out, but what we can do is make more of an effort to be positive and to spread that energy. And then maybe someone else can be helped from it. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste. Thank you all so much.